Lawrence Butler has taken a few years to marinate, but he looks like he's ready to do some damage in the big leagues, potentially with the Athletics in not too long. He's got power, he's got speed, and he's an athlete that sticks out on a field. This is a guy that was one of the top players in the Arizona Fall League, where he actually earned a Fall Stars nod.
Well, he is ready to do some damage in the big leagues, and he's going to do some damage tomorrow in the Futures game. Lawrence is joining us. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Glad for y'all having me.
Hey,
Thank
we're
you.
excited to have you. We've been talking to all the prospects. What, if you look at the game, and I'm assuming you've maybe looked at the roster, is there anybody that you're looking forward to seeing in the game tomorrow?
I get to see it's a couple of players I get to see because I know a lot of them, like Victor Scott, Tink Hintz, Kyron Paris, PCA, P. Crow, BJ Murray. I'm really just looking forward to see everybody out there.
Okay, so if you face Tink, because Tink's nasty,
Yeah, he nasty.
but you're good. You're also nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if that happens? What does that look like?
That just looks like that's going to be a battle right there. I was talking to him on the plane. He said he hit 100 his last outing in AA, but 100 is the new normal now, so you got to figure out a way to put the bat on the ball.
So I got to ask you also. You've always had power. You've always had some speed though too. Right now the rules are such. Let's talk about your base stealing a little bit. You've already stolen. You're in double digits on both already. Have the rules, as they are now with the pickoffs, with the pitch clock, with the bases, all that, has it shifted the balance where it's like, okay, you've got the advantage as a base stealer, or is it just that it kind of evened it up again? And what do you think?
I would say we had the advantage just because, pitcher only has a certain amount of times he can throw over, so he's more cautious about when he's going to throw over. He want to make sure that when he does throw over, it's a chance that he might get a base runner out. So, for us, it's just like they don't really like to throw over a lot anyway, so we can really just go.
And if they do throw over, then you really can go, can't they?
Exactly, because he probably like, I'm not even trying to throw over anymore because that's one, and you only get 3 of them. So I feel like it's an advantage of the offense of the base runner.
Because I say Jen here also, she was in softball. She's 10 for 10 stealing third her senior year. So she knows base stealing
so
too.
She a speed demon.
Yeah.
I was quick. So let me ask you this, because I know when I was stealing, especially when I was at second, I always had the go. So I had different things that I keyed in on with the pitchers, with the catchers. So what are some? Maybe you don't want to give them away here, because we don't want to steal the secrets. But what are some of the things that you're really keying in on, or where you're making it where you're going to consider, hey, I might take a base here?
I'll give y'all some. It's really just looking at the pitcher because majority of the pitchers have like routines they like to do. They like to go at certain times. So if you can get the timing of the pitcher down, when he likes to go to the plate, like how long before he comes set, after he throws it. So if you can kind of time it up that way, that's really your best option of stealing third.
So let me ask you this, because I always would study the pitcher and catcher, in pregame, when they're throwing down, different things. So, when does that research, are you watching tape before the game to really get to study and learn their timing? Is it when you get to the field? How are you preparing? Because you don't really want to be in the moment on the base trying to figure it out. You want to know what you're doing ahead of time. So when does that process start for you?
So we have I have a good coaching staff, so they kind of make out a sheet for us of this pitcher's slower than most, but this catcher has a really good arm with a good pop time, so choose your times wisely. So, you kind of just look at video of the pitcher and the catcher and just go off what your coach gives you, and then once you see it in the game, you can kind of just apply what the coach brought you and just put it in the game.
I got to ask with that. I always feel like you steal more off the pitcher than the catcher.
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
That's 100% most of the time.
If they're 1-6, they're giving you an invitation.
Because it's the catcher can only do so much. It's the pitcher got to help him out some way and just be quick as possible to the plate to give him a chance to throw the runner out. So I say still out the
So in
pitcher.
softball, for me, it was more of the catcher. So we would bait the catcher, kind of play with them a little bit, turn around, walk back to the base, don't look, just tease them a little bit. So they, especially I was used as a pinch runner a lot, so they knew I was quick. They knew I was going in to probably steal, and so you had to get a little, in their head, mess with their psyche a little bit.
Yeah.
So one thing we also want to ask you is what does this mean for you, for your family? I asked that in part, because what does this mean when you got to say, hey, I'm going to the Futures game?
Yeah, see, I got my mom and my brother here. Shout out to my mom. So, you know.
Mom's over there. Hi, Mom.
It's just, it's huge because, you know, none of us have ever been to Seattle. So for them to come see me play on a stage like this is amazing. I know it probably makes her proud. It just makes me proud seeing her happy for me. So, you know, that's huge for me.
Is there any players, we talked about, you know, some of the guys for tomorrow's game, but obviously we've got the big game coming up. So is there any, you know, major leaguers you're looking forward to them running into in the hallways here in the hotel?
No lie, I hope I can meet Acuna.
All
That'd be
right.
crazy.
Wasn't that long. He was sitting right here at the Prospect Pad.
That is true. That is true.
You know, was not that long ago at all. But, well, we greatly appreciate you coming by, but even more so, we're going to look forward to seeing what you do tomorrow. So good luck tomorrow,
All right,
Lawrence.
good luck. We
Thank you.
appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
We're going to take a quick break here from the Prospect Pad Live, and we've got something real exciting coming up.